Greetings, everyone. Thank you once again for joining me here at the Gold Standard Group YouTube channel. I had to bring the show back to the studio here at CNR Studios because this is where most of my videos originated from. And right now, we're going through a shutdown of sort. We're going to be shutting down the physical location of CNR Studios here in Henrico. But it's all good, baby, because we're moving on to bigger and better things. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. So look, I wanted to make sure I came on and talk to you today about a few things that I found that might be very interesting to you. So let's jump right in. So most of you already know that it's hard to get gold. Gold is sold out, and people want to know that it's suddenly hard to get your hands on physical gold. Gold is known for being a store of value in tumultuous times, and we've said that here, and the global market meltdown that is now underway is driving that point home. And this is why I'm motivated, folks, to do what I do in Karatbars International, because I understand owning physical gold right now is probably something that you definitely want to do, but we know that many people are buying up all the gold because to explain what's going on in the gold market requires stepping back to mid-March. The spot price of the metal has been highly volatile in the last few weeks with a wide spread of more than 200 US dollars. So there was a spike in volume because a lot of people saw what was going on in the US stock markets, having such violent swings with the pressure to the downside, right? So Andy Schechtman, president of bullion dealer Mines, Franklin in Minnesota, made a similar observation, saying that what's going on in America right now in the stock market has led to a huge amount of panic buying. Right? People are waking up, though. They're waking up to the fact that they need to protect themselves, not just physically, but also financially. And you know, that's what we believe here at the Gold Standard Group, is that you need to protect yourself financially. And we believe gold bullion is definitely a way to do it. So the gold buyers are facing delays and high premiums and more. All right. So if you're out there trying to buy gold right now, this is what you're looking at. It's great that Harold Seitz came out and said something the other day about Karatbars doing business as usual. So you may not be able to get immediate delivery, which is usually a bad thing, says Michael Folenzes. I think I said his name right, but he's the president of Texas-based Universal Coin and Bullion. The typical person won't be able to buy gold right now. He explained that although he has been able to make some bar purchases through his normal sources, it hasn't been enough to meet demand. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've been saying for years now, you need to hold on to some gold. I'm so happy and so proud of myself for making the decision to start owning gold from Karatbars and working the Karatbars wealth building system, because it is worth noting that in addition to the disconnect between spot and physical gold prices, there has also been a dislocation between the spot price of gold in London and the futures price in New York, with the later reported coming in as much as USD $100 higher at one point last week. Discourse on the topic has been extensive, with market watchers trying the problem in part of high physical demand for gold. And we went over a story last week, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Gold Standard Group about the 100 ounce bars in the future markets and spot prices in gold then. So how do we solve an unprecedented situation for gold? All three experts in this article agreed that the circumstances playing out right now are definitely unprecedented. Now, this article goes on to say that none of the experts here know what the global economy is going to look like when the pandemic lifts, how much damage, what policies have been put in place that may be really negatively impacting the fiat currencies of the world, which in turn would drive demand for physical metals. So these experts all agree they don't know. None of us know what's going to happen or what the world is going to look like, but we definitely know that the world is different now. For now, gold is still available for those who are well connected, resourceful, or both. What the future brings remains to be seen. So that's an important last statement right there. gold is still available for those who are well connected and resourceful, or both. And that's what we are here, very resourceful here at the Gold Standard Group. Uh, what I also want you to know is that the stimulus package that also affects your 401k distribution has been updated. You can now, according to the president, take out money from your 401k. And if you didn't hear this news, so the stimulus package now allows individuals to withdraw up to $100,000 in retirement assets, including from your 401k and individual retirement accounts, as a qualified distribution if that withdrawal is linked to the coronavirus, such as diagnosis or layoff. The legislation also states investors can take up to $100,000 as a loan from a 401k from the previous maximum of $50,000. All right, so what I found very interesting about this is that you can't access your 401k if it's not related to the coronavirus. If you haven't been laid off or diagnosed with it, and if it doesn't negatively affect your pocket, you can't dip into your 401k, which further strengthens the argument that you should own physical gold to hedge yourself against people controlling your money. An example, I called my 401k broker today, which is Vanguard, and this is no diss to Vanguard, but Vanguard would not let me initiate a withdrawal from my 401k for reasons I'm not willing to discuss right now. But of course, Vanguard told me like, hey, we understand. I said, look, I don't even want the cash out of my account so I can spend it. I really just want the cash so I can take advantage of some of these great opportunities to invest right now. I want to actually move cash into gold. I want to retire some of the equities and stocks that they've been trading for me in my 401k, and I now want to have access to precious metals, in which Vanguard doesn't offer you a fund or anything like that for commodities. So it just makes me further understand that we really don't have control of our money. I don't think they think we know how to invest our own money. So I'm not going to go hard on Vanguard right now, because Vanguard is doing a service for many people out there. At least having something is better than having nothing. All right. If you're saving money in banks right now, that's almost good as having nothing, in my opinion. All right. So what we like is gold bullion, because we understand gold bullion is real money. And this is the reason we talk about it here on this channel. And this is the reason why we look at it every day here on these charts. And even through the market sell-off of the stocks and equity, and even through the market sell-off, the 401ks that lost in this process, gold rebound very nicely. We see gold really trying to make a run for bullish territory right here again on the daily. And I look at gold on the daily because I'm a long-term investor, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not a swing trader. I'm not a everyday short-term, hit it and quit it type of guy. I'm a long-term love them or leave them type of guy. You know what I'm saying? So I like gold bullion for those reasons. 16.19 trading right now for the spot price of gold, but you know that you're not going to pay 16.19 for an ounce of gold right now because of the premiums that you're going to pay because of the shortage. And if you're not well connected, you're going to pay premiums for gold. I don't know what these shops that still have gold are charging right now, but you expect to pay more than 16.19 for an ounce of gold. Now let's look at Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is still showing us that it's still trying to do something. All right, we saw Bitcoin break up yesterday into the 7,300 range, but now back under a place that that's been high resistance right here. It's been showing us resistance. This red box here that I've drawn has been resistance. We've tested it one time here. Let me go ahead and draw this out. We've tested it here one time. We've also tested it again here, and we've also tested it here again. That's 3 times. So 3 is the magic number in my opinion. And if Bitcoin doesn't break it the next attempt, in my opinion, it's probably going to be downward time for Bitcoin. You might see Bitcoin move down in price. But the good thing is we see Ichimoku cloud still looking like it's moving down to meet the price. So Bitcoin may find a way to break out of this ascending triangle into bullish territory. So I'm not going to talk much about technical right now. What I did want to do is get to some comments that I found on the YouTube channel page, and I appreciate everyone out there making comments. Like, word up, you are making this experience that much better. Even the negative comments, I take it all in stride. I don't hold any emotional attachment to what's going on right now. I think what Karatbars is doing, I think what Harold Seitz is building is a great idea. I think, you know, like I said, told you before, if I had a thought of it, I'd be running with it myself and hoping everybody supported me. So I didn't think of this idea what Harold Seitz is doing. He didn't create the need and the demand for gold bullion. You can thank your government for that. But let's go to some comments. UD A Rico, thanks, mate. I watch your videos to keep me up on my investment in this coin, but it's really starting to look like crap. Where's my K1 and WIM? I'm going to spend 2,500 quid on the phone and it shows up 6 months. I want my money back. So I hear where you're going. Thank you for the comment. But, you know, nobody complained to iPhone or to Apple when they had to wait for their iPhones. I mean, I can't say nobody complained, but people did complain. I'm sure people felt like, you know, they want what they pay for instantaneously. And I get it. We live in that day and time when you spend your money on something you want it right away. And I get that. And I appreciate you supporting the videos and watching the channel. I don't think the KBC coin is crap. I believe that we're just in a period right now, in a low, where we're getting everything together. The company is working on things in the background. And, you know, there's no direct plug to me. I'm not getting any behind the scenes information of what's going on with corporate. You know, I'm out here just like most everybody, using the information that's being publicly released and using that to talk to people about owning physical gold and silver. I happen to believe in the project. I understand what they're trying to do. It's not easy. So I appreciate your comment. M. Quino Business, thank you, beloved, for the great channel with information, empowering content. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for that comment. I do want to provide value to my community. If the Fed and Gov can throw money for free at y'all, then why tax us in the first place? That's a great question right there, Pertama Trading. That's a great question, man. And let's talk about that sometime. You know, they're printing up all this money, and you know that, you know, it's coming with a price. I don't believe that you're just going to get a $1,200 check and, you know, it not be some strings attached. The strings attached are inflation. You know, inflation is coming. You might not see it right away, but you're going to see it. So thank you for that comment. Pierce Sanders, Mutual Consensus, thank you for your comment. I appreciate your interaction. Sebastian Orsuk, I know I didn't say that right, but we also do not know how to make the best and quickest way to pay out of the investment and wait for the KBC up on €2. Hello, there's a great deal of confusion about transferring the KBC coin. This is the same post, by the way. He put 2 comments there. And this is going to be the last comment I cover because he hits a point where I want to go to right next. Hello, there's a great deal of confusion about transferring the KBC coin to a new contract. Too complicated. There are also problems with the K1 Impulse, does not work properly, problems with the calls, access directory, all that stuff. All right, yeah. So the first K1, it's called K1 for a reason. It's the first prototype of the phone. And hopefully most of you that have phones, that bought phones, understood that, yeah, I mean, it's the first phone. Everything's not going to be perfect. I'm not going to make any excuses for Karatbars and Crypto Data, but you got to understand that Crypto Data is the developer and producer and creator of the phone. Karatbars is proudly representing what Crypto Data has built because it makes sense to have a private device to protect your currency. First of all, your cryptocurrency, and you know, you'll be your own bank when you get into crypto, but to have a device that is built to protect that, that's number one. I thought was huge. But to also be able to communicate you know, in a decentralized manner, I think is also huge, and that is being built. That's built and it's working, and it's, you know, it's new technology. It's somewhere that no one has gone before that we're working on. So so people's experiences are different with these privacy products, but all that's very new. And this is kind of where I wanted to go with the next thing, is that the KBC coin, this blockchain project, all of that's new, folks. Karatbars has been around since 2011, you know, dealing in gold and setting out small transaction-friendly denominations of gold bars with the ambitious plan of bringing back gold as our everyday currency, using the electronic and technology that's out there today to make that happen, and that's what's being leveraged right now. No one said it was going to be perfect when it rolls out. These things has to be, worked out and worked on. And we would like people to be patient. We know people aren't going to be patient. People want to cash out. People want to flip their money. I get it. Most people that you find upset right now with Karatbars is upset because the KBC coin price is low right now. There's a lot of misunderstanding and misinformation going on with the KBC, the KaratGold project, right? But Karatbars as the company has been delivering gold for a very long time, has been working with affiliates like myself for a very long time. The CEO loves his affiliates, and the affiliate system isn't going anywhere. And it's just a simple way of getting information to all of you. Now, many affiliates, admittedly, including myself, need to be very, conscious of the information and what we're talking about, so we don't cause more confusion. So some of the confusion that I'm seeing across this channel, and maybe what I'm causing, is the KBC contract swap. You got to understand, folks, that the contract swap from the old KBC to the new KBC ERC20 contract, there's not anything major you have to do other than move your coins from your personal wallet, wherever you're holding KBC, to an exchange that trades KBC, and they will do the contract swap for you. Now, I found that many people don't know how to move their coins from maybe an Ether wallet or wherever they're storing their wallet, like Trust Wallet or whatever, and moving those coins. All right, because whatever reason, I don't know why you don't know how to move your coins right now, but if you don't know how to move your coins, I found a video on YouTube on how to move your coins to KARATBIT exchange, or to an exchange. You can plug in any exchange right there, that trades KBC coins. So any exchange that has a KBC wallet, you should be able to send your KBCs to that exchange. We like KARATBIT because that's our exchange, but any exchange will work. I'm not going to play this video, but I'm going to post the link in the comments so that if you don't know how to move your coins, then here is a resource. All right. Some of what we're doing requires you to do some work. You can't depend on everybody to do everything for you. What we're doing, if you don't understand blockchain, if you don't understand cryptocurrency, and you got money tied up in this stuff, then you might be a little bit crazy. And then you don't understand what's going on. You might be a little bit crazy. This is not to offend anybody, but what I want you to understand is if you're going to invest in something, you better learn about it. You better learn how to move these assets. You better learn how to pull the trigger when it's time to profit, and when it's time to buy, when it's low. You better learn these things if you're going to put money into cryptocurrency. So all I'm trying to say is spend some time with yourself and learn things that you need to learn. Now, that's all I really have. I think I'm going to be doing more broadcasts this month from the studio because I only got it for like another month. My partner, Cliff Fuller, we're going to be working remotely from our home studios, which is cool. And we're going to still get to collaborate and create new material. And look, folks, don't forget, I want you to try out my Patreon site. I'm going to be bringing in more of my resources and team members. I'm going to be bringing in much more information over on Patreon. I'm going to be doing some things that you haven't seen or heard before. I'm going to be releasing some of my music and video. I'm going to be doing a lot of things, but what I want you to understand, what our goal is over at Patreon, is to set up a private social system, a social assistance system. And what we see right now going on with all these hospitals and things like that need masks, this is kind of like one of the projects that I want our private social assist system to tackle, bringing people together to deliver masks and putting people to work, sewing things together and putting product together and securing deals and moving these things to places that need them right now. I want to be part of something that's going to impact the world positively. So that's the reason that I'm doing something over at Patreon. Yes, you have to pay a subscription to be part of that community at Patreon, but it all goes to the underlying project. And again, I'm going to be coming out with a special video here soon. In the next like 2 or 3 days, I'm putting together a special production so you really understand how the Patreon process works. So I appreciate my KBC family, my KARATBIT family. I appreciate Gold Standard Group members around the world. Thank you so much for joining me here on a daily basis. I even appreciate the haters, and I see y'all out there, and I love you, and I appreciate your comment. You know, people can feel the way they want to feel, but that don't mean I gotta feel that way. So thank you so much. If you want to join me in my network, if you want to join Karatbars, which I highly recommend, start saving in gold today, go to goldbackers.com, goldbackers.info. Simply register your free account, and I'm so happy that I'm seeing more and more people right now coming to us and starting their accounts, and they understand now the importance of what we've been telling people for years. Karatbars has been around since 2011, delivering small, friendly denominations of gold: 1 gram, 2.5 gram, 5 gram bar denominations. All right, that's it, and that's all you got to do. Talk to you later.